Today I'm going to teach you how to make a stuffed animal of things you have around the house. Grab a piece of computer paper and trace the outline of your stuffed animal. Make it bigger than you want it to end up. Take some scissors, cut that shape out, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe think about a fun name for your new stuffed animal. Take whatever fabric you have lying around. You can use an old t-shirt or a blanket somebody's outgrown. Fold it in two so you're cutting out the exact same shape twice for your stuffed animal. Now if you have pins, that's great. Pin your pattern to the fabric. If you don't have pins, you can trace the outline with a pencil or a marker. Cut out your pattern shape and keep the cut off pieces. Don't throw them out, we'll use them later. You can cut further around your pattern. It doesn't have to be very exact. Now, take your two pieces and separate them. You're going to look for the right side and the wrong side of the fabric. If the fabric has a print, that's the right side. With this fleece, the right side was the smoother side. If you're making this out of a t-shirt, the right side is going to be the logo or the art or the print on it. Knowing the right and wrong side of the fabric really helps when we sew this little guy up. Now is the time to sew the face on one of your pattern pieces. Use buttons or extra fabric or whatever you have. If you have really little kids, use fabric eyes so it's safe. If you have older kids or teens that you're making this for, you can use buttons and other fun stuff. Now, put the two right sides together so that your eyes will be on the inside for now, but don't worry, it'll all work out in the end of the project. Now, we're gonna sew our stuffed animal up. Match up the two right sides inside, and you can hand sew this using a needle and thread. And if you don't have a machine, that's okay. Use a basic easy stitch. This is a great time to also teach kiddos a basic sewing skill. If you do have a machine, it can be a lot quicker. I tried to use about a 1/4 inch seam with this one project, but it doesn't have to be too exact. You want to sew most of the way around, but leave about a 1 to 2 inch space open at the top or the sides. This might be a harder part, but reach inside and start turning your stuffed animal so the right side is on the outside and you can see your eyes. Now that you have most of your sewing done, it's starting to look a little bit like a stuffed animal, but we have a few more steps to go before we're totally done. Now we're going to stuff your animal. You can do this with scraps of the t-shirt you cut up, old pillow stuffing, fiber fill if you can get out to the craft store. Just make sure whatever you stuff it with can be machine washed, so no paper towels. Now we're going to finish up by hand sewing this last little bit to make sure the stuffing stays on the inside. Use a needle and thread and do your best job. It's okay if it's not perfect. Make sure all the stuffing is distributed throughout. Maybe give them a few hugs and make sure everything's in the right place. Final steps could be gluing some extra pieces with fabric safe glue that will stand up to washing, or sewing a cute little tail on. Give your newly made stuffed animal to somebody who needs a buddy and a hug. Again, please use buttons for older children and fabric eyes for younger children. And hope you have a fun time making a new buddy for yourself.